Greenland Media nange Williams nkwaniriza olunaku lwaleero webale kutegattako begubanga gwe mulundi ogusoose gwe okubeera ku Greenland Media tukwaniriza oyinza okuba obadde kusinga tugoberera ku side eri ya Greenland Broadcast where we talk current affairs and issues to do with our nation Uganda and world over. Here we talk creative and performing arts, especially music as an art. Endongo tujyogerako nnyo era nga n'olunaku lwaleero tuzze okubako ensonga zetwogerako olugamba otya muna Uganda waliwo abantu baffe nga batugoberedde okuviira ddala mu biseera bya Subi FM abantu nga mutugoberedde okuviira ddala ku Radio Sapiensia mwebale nnyo mwebalira ddala nze Williams era ng'eno ye Greenland Media where we talk, do analysis and commentary. We also bring you stories that taking place, everything that takes place within industry, music industry in Uganda, Africa and world over. We also go beyond the music and go stretch our muscles to show business, lifestyle, fashion, and etc. And today, in particular, we come to give a generic podcast about who are entirely the industry and who are the key people that make up an ecosystem of a music industry. Uganda we are seeing. Webale kutuwegattako, webale kunegattako naku lwaleero. Ennaku zino tulina oluyimba lutera okuyimba olwa music agudde, music agenza ggwamu amaanyi mu ggwanga lya Uganda, manya abaana ennyimba zibayimba, manya endongo tekyavaayo bulungi. Amazima gali nti buli mulembe ogubeerawo guba n'ebyagwo. Buli mulembe ogubeerawo gubeera n'ebyagwo. Ojja kwekanga nti mu biseera myaka gy'ensanvu ab'ensanvu baagambanga nti ab'enkaaga tebalina kye babagamba, nga n'ab'enkaaga bagamba ab'ensanvu nti nga tetukyategeera kye muyimba ennaku zino. It normally happens when it comes to generations. Buli ajja alaba nga yasinga avuddewo ate nga n'avuddewo abalaba nga bano boolyawo bye bakola tebimala. Mwe muva ebigambo nga legendaries, mwe muva ebigambo ebitege biraga abantu bwe bali ab'enjawulo okusukka the icons, idols, inspiration artists, celebrities, just name them. Nyina bo reels bwentera okukola ennaku zino nga ntizinga abantu nga mbateerayo mbabuuza nti ani yali ayasinga okubeera dancehall artist owakabi ku Kid Fox, Tulmani, Peter Miles and mention nga nabalala bangi nnyo bayanga mulo AK47 kugerola nga abantu endongo bagigoberera bulungi nnyo era nga bakujjukiza ne bagamba nti ono nga tomwogeddeeko. Abamu ne babateekawo buteesi nga bamu tebagwa mu kategoro oboolyawo kyembadde nteereddeko teaser eyo. Ekyo kitegeeza nti bannayuganda bajjukira ba artists baabwe era nga bannayuganda bagoberera bulungi nnyo. For example, nyina reel gye nakoze, short gye nakoze nenteekako duos ez'abasajja, nenteekako Good Life, Moses Rhodes Sekibogo, nenteekako Ye Moze nez'Abafana mu Back to Life, nenteekako Benon and Vampos, nenteekako Peter Miles and Mention, nenteekako nesiteekako Ngoni intentionally, nesiteekako The Twins. Abantu ne babejjirayo. So reels ezo bwe zigoberedde tonyiiga bunyiizi kyovala nkubuuza ani gwendeseeyo ndabe nti gwendeseeyo intentionally gosobola mu bringing up. Nenteekawo girl groups obsessions ne waba yadde observant enough n'agamba nti obsessions mwalimu n'abasajja. So nateekayo obsessions, nenteekayo Chili Girls, nenteekayo Ofagio, nenteekayo Viva Stars, nenteekayo Dream Girls ku groups ezo. Uganda olwaleero we tutuuse bw'olabanga endongo ekaaba oyinza okulowooza nti abaliwo olwaleero be basoose okukaaka endongo eyo agatali mazima era nga si kituufu. N'abaaliwo ebiseera by'emyaka nga 10 oba 20 emabega baali balowooza nti be basoose okuba endongo eyo. Ekibuuzo kyaffe kiri nti lwaki buli muntu agamba nti Uganda oba ensi yonna music agenze akka. Music definitely nga bwe nkutegeezezza akka okusinziira ku opinion y'omuntu, aggwamu amaanyi okusinziira ku gwe kiki okkiririzaamu, aggwamu amaanyi okusinziira ku lwaki gwe bw'otyo bw'olowooza. Music aguddemu amaanyi olw'ensonga nnyingi nnyo naye fundamentals zino ze zikola music, ze zikola ecosystem. Ekikola music ekisookera ddala be bamutondawo, creators, writers, those writers, songwriters and audio producers, sound engineers. I wouldn't necessarily say audio producers. The sound engineers putting together the programmers, mixing engineers, the guys who do back capture vocals, those production people for the both audio and video. Babeera mpaji nnene nnyo bw'ozimba ecosystem eya industry. Ojja kwekanga nti buli industry gy'olabye ekuze, buli industry gy'olaba egenze maaso, buli industry gy'olaba nti eri unique. Uganda we yabeererako unique, Uganda weebeeredde unique, Uganda bweba kati eri unique, South Africa we yabeerera unique, South Africa weebeeredde unique n'amapiano, Democratic Republic of Congo we yabeerera unique, weebeeredde unique recently in the days of Pali Pupa. Tanzania weebeeredde unique with Wasafi, with their boss Nasibu Abdul Juma Isaac. Fundamentally, you ought to look at how important is the production section, both for both audio and video. Buli bwe wajja ebituli, buli bwe wajja unsatisfaction ku section yeyo eya production, video, audio, mujja kukka. Kakati eyo point njagala nnyo okuwandiika okwogera nga nyina n'olupapula balokole musobole okuleeta ssente za church. So we've talked about production. And production, netwogera ku visuals and audio. Okitegeera nti visuals and audio. Under that, we talked about the writers. Era abo bonna osobola bayita the creators. Osobola bayita ba creators. Ekimu ku bikosezza industry mu ggwanga lya Uganda nga tonagenda ku kirala kyonna olwaleero. The willingness, the openness, the willingness to offer, to give freely from the audio-visual writers egenze ekendeera. Ekimu ku byo cost of living bwe beerinnye, weekanga nti bano tebafuna satisfaction ku production, cost of production, definitely bajja kuggwamu amaanyi. Ba songwriters obalaba kutandikira eri ku ba Dr. Travis Stickers bwe batandika mpola mpola nabo batandika obyetabamu okuyimba, ba producers batandika okuyimba, ba songwriters batandika okuyimba. Era ojja kwekanga nti entalo ezo tezisobola kuggwaawo. Era kyova olaba nti every now and then you'll listen and hear songwriters lamenting or complaining about how they're not involved whenever there is advocacy for copyright. Normally we see music artists fronting themselves, of course, saying that copyright, we create our music. Normally the singers and performers claiming to have created the music, save for the likes of APAS, who write their own music and are able to produce their own music. But the other artists who just go to the microphone after buying a song from Grace Morgan and paying peanuts to Grace Morgan, Nace Henry, Dr. Brain, and the many other songwriters. And at the time, or when it reaches a time of copywriting and generating earnings from the works, the writer, the producer ends at the spot where they were paid little money to buy a car oba okukulakola welfare ye eyakomeeyo. There are no proper spreadsheets when it comes to the distribution of revenues from the works. Ekyo nekisumbwa nnyo entertainment. Normally ba artists obalaba bo bano ba performing artists and singing artists nga beerwanako pokka. Ekyo kigenda kissa omutindo ebiseera ebisinga n'olaba nga bano ba complaininga, ba writers ne ba producers ne batandika okwerekera. Abamu ne ba retiringa. Buli bwolaba Bikarono owa a team led by Renex, by Washington, nga batandika okubeera ku mawulire, bali ku Uncut, Karakata, bali ku show, ku TV, bali ku NBS, bali ku Spark, nga beemulugunyiza abayimbi, nga n'abayimbi beemulugunyiza ba songwriters ne ba producers. It means something wrong is going on or something is not right. Awutusookedde ku the creators putting together the sound engineers for visuals and audio, and the creators of literature. Osobola okugattawo the trainers. Ku trainers osobola okuteekako bantu abasportinga talent, responsible for talent acquisition. Edda wabangawo abantu nga asobola okusportinga talent. For example, as we had written songs for many artists until when Julius Seekers was like, enough is enough. The songs you have brought for me for sale, I want buy them for any other artist. I'll just go ahead and put the songs to you as an artist. And Azawi was like, no, man, I came to sell my songs to get Magala Chigulira Magala Diban. Chaz was like, no, you're an artist now. Talent acquisition. Exporting. Actually, under record label, there is always that docket or a department for responsible for detecting, predicting, or spotting talent, and it is under the talent acquisition. Wekanganga n'abazuula talents bagwamu banyiiga omuntu ne bwawulira talent n'agamba omuntu yali asobola okuyimba agamba abayimbi nabo ne bwe beerabira. Of course buli muntu yeerabira, but nyino kijjayo definitely okulaga nti ekyo ba trainers ne ba supporters nabo banyiivu mutima gwakaluba. Okitegedde kati nga tonalowooza ku what really kills music mu Uganda oba mu nsi yonna. Look at the production chamber, omuli visual, audio, omuli creators of literature. Balowoozeeko nti kasita banyiiga definitely things will go bad. Ndowooza bwe tuvaawo tujja genda ku nsonga endala before even I reach copyright, because normally everyone will be like copyright. Copyright cannot satisfy everyone. Normally, copyright supports and empowers capacity of big or able-bodied artists. So before I go into copyright, I'll look at those ones. Because Uganda, tubaddeko surviving, we have survived for many years without an active copyright. What industries is it is not because of copyright that they are getting rich or the industry is moving forward. So mainly what has always helped Uganda, the fundamentals ezo. At some point, after what I've mentioned already, we got a chance to have good music managers, event organizers, and the promoters. These days, we call event organizers promoters. They are not. Because normally the event organizers we have in Uganda, they will always wait until Nando Love puts up a song or puts out a song, and they will come for a partnership to organize an event for Nando Love. Tebamunoonya yeri. And the talent supporter or a talent promoter would be, let me give you an example of Swangs Avenue, Jeff Chiwa, Steve Jean, late Katolo Bwama, Dr. Travis Tikazibwe. Those people who could and still can support a talent, inject their money in there and promote. Nti Jeff Chiwa jakujja atandike ne Chameleon, Jeff Chiwa jakujja ne Good Life, Jeff Chiwa jakujja a jumpstarting Shiba Karungi. Uyo njagala Steve Jean aje atandike abantu abatabaddeewo. Blue 3 Lily and Mbabazi Jackson around the scene sanyu. I need someone who can see winning Waji after a competition and they're like, we can take you on. Irene Ntale, who has been doing orchestrations in bars to become a serious or official or formal music business artist. Vinka, who has been an AD of Vinka of Irene Ntale becoming an artist. A songwriter Azawi to an artist. Kati abo bayitaba promoters. Era ebiseera ebisinga ku products ezimu babateekako nga ba executive producers. Kati n'olw'ensonga eyo tuyina challenge bwe twafuna obuzibu wakati wano. Ku ppira endala ezisinza okutuleetera obuzibu n'okudda wansi is the managers, business managers who are responsible for career guiding or guidance, business management, n'okulaba nti there is continuity. Managers now are damagers, most of them, not all of them, of course. Promoters becoming demoters. Organizers of events disorganizing events now. ne bw'onaaba oyina copyright nga yavudde wa papa, ne bw'ofuna copyright nga yavudde waani, if you don't have the visual audio or audio visual production section or chamber, you're not having the literature guys who put together literature, the writers, composers, and arrangers of music. Of course, you can put them. Also, you can add the music directors. Or with the, you don't have talent spotters or detectors, predictors. Just name them that who can also do training, building capacity. Nga toina business managers, abali oriented, business oriented. Nga toina event organizers professionally. You don't have the promoters professionally. Industry nibeba eina copyright. So that is my line of opinion. That's why I'm trying to drive home. And today the podcast is about, this episode is about, we are not failing. Actually, I'm trying to answer the question of why the music industry is getting to the dogs and getting down or going down the drain. It's not because of the copyright alone. And definitely, copyright contributes minimally. It is a minimal contribution of copyright to the downfall of our ecosystem of music or fraternity of music in Uganda. It is not about tetukoze mbumanya tetuyina copyright, no. It is about death. Yabino byenjogeddeko. Ojja kwekanga nti ebyo singa bibabe webina webituuseko so logena maaso. Another thing that another list of stuff that I may look at as a stumbling block or a challenge for our growth is nga tetuyina academies. Of course, ebimu njja bikoonako wano nga bisobola okudda eri because academies can go under the trainers and biki. Nga we don't have auditoriums, theaters, domes, staff, performing platforms, professional ones, performing platforms. Nga tetuzina. Nga we don't have the awarding system that is profession. Awarding system. Industry latekula. Because ojja kulaba banachewa, High People Music Awards bavuddeyo ate tubakuba bukubi. Zina Awards bavuddeyo, waliwo ne Viga Awards for Gospel Music. Kati there should be support and a build of capacity for the three awarding system, awarding companies or institutions. Nti singa, for example, the Federation of Musicians of Uganda, led by Eric Kenzo, who is also senior presidential advisor on creatives, yandibadde alowooza okwadvocatingira empowerment of the three awarding systems, okuzimba the capacity, infrastructure, okubateeramu either nga government esobola bakubira awards ezo nga yezibatumiza bo ne babagamba biki bye baagalako. I understand at some point akukolera award ajja ku influencing who is the artist of the year. You remember in the days of Pearl of Africa Music Awards where a tycoon in Uganda, Kampala City, used to say Chameleone yalina gitwala, oba Bebe Kulu yalina gitwala, oba Misaki yalina gitwala. That is in public domain. I'm not trying to blackmail anyone. So government nezimba their capacity ngebasasulira ekifo gye bagenda okuorganizingira awards zaabwe ebintu bwe bityo. So the awarding system, the academics, the performing platforms, kasita's lacking. Nozigatta kubiri byemmenye. Definitely, you can't have a successful music industry. I just want it to be short. Later on, in our next episode on this podcast, Greenland Media, we shall point out other things that makes an industry move. Ekibuuzo gye kimbuzanga nva wano, William gwe industry yaffe ogirabawa. Industry yaffe sola gamba nti egudde. Ate sola gamba nti ekula. It is kind of in between. I wouldn't say stagnant or complacent, but it is just undecided of whether they want to go forward or stay as per the status quo or get back to history. Tuliao. Before I can go, definitely I got to mention a thing which is crucial. The media. The media. Walina yogede kuba promoters, event organizers, but managers who work closely with the media. The rotten fundamentals of the media also contribute to the stagnancy, complacency of an industry. And actually, the simple word for all of us here, the stakeholders, primary and secondary, or tertiary, you want to mention it also, is the professionalism or unprofessionalism. Definitely, professionalism takes an industry forward or any business forward, and professionalism will put you at a stage where by all means you got to get back. And I don't think any business person, any talent, manager or promoter or whoever would want to see their talents get back. So Nobri Songeyo, you've had the episode as a foundation answering a question of why are we still the way we are, where everyone is like, when a music you are fair, or is it because recently the copyright management system was approved by the leader of NRM and the UPDF boss, Chino Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, put back the bill to Parliament for signing and for approving and later on signing the amendment bill of the copyright and neighboring rights. Nti eyo ne bwejja bwesanga unprofessionalism and nebino byonna nga tebiteredde, definitely we still find challenges going forward. I am Williams. This is the Greenland Media, definitely for creative and performing arts, emphasizing music as an art. For today and this time, I am saying goodbye.